what sort of inning are we in this sort of thing? You think it's closer to the end or closer to the beginning?
Look, we are at elevated levels. My ability to pick stock market levels is abysmal, but we are at elevated levels. We not only are at 19 times earnings right now, but we are at all-time high record profit margins. And in some cases, some people believe our corporate profit margins, are 2x the norm. And so this has been an unprecedented time. If you have held financial assets or real estate, if you really have held assets, and all I would just tell your listeners and viewers is just be mindful of the fact that we are pretty far over on the bell curve of historical returns over long periods of time, profit margins, all these great things that have happened, that if you have been in finance, as we've been lucky to be, or have held financial assets, you've benefited. That is not always the case. I point out that from 66 to 82, when we saw the resurgence of inflation and the Fed trying to battle inflation over that time period, not only were returns lower in real terms over that period, but nominal GDP growth had one of its best 15-year periods ever. Lots of people entered the workforce. The middle class did great in the late 60s and 70s. People forget that. Wall Street lost 75% of its employees. 75% of people that were employed in Wall Street in the mid to late 60s were not there when I got in the business in 1980. And the financialization of the economy got hollowed out. And that could easily happen again. And so the real economy did just fine. The financial economy did not. And financial assets did not. And so that can happen. It's happened already once in my lifetime. And I just caution everybody to understand the risks in their portfolio, have some cash, watch the leverage, don't trade on margin, do all the things that people would tell you doing a conservative investment approach would warrant. That's what you should be doing right now. And by the way, if it doesn't work out and the markets continue to roar, you'll be just fine.